Example 4. So let's see what happens on this one. So we
Go to pen. Go to pen.
it is on pen. I
All
kept
right.
pressing that extra button. This would be our angle x that we know. Here's our little side x, or our x.
There's the y.
Yeah, and this is y. So let's compare x and y. So x is 17, y is 12. That's a greater than situation.
It's only one way.
So that means that one triangle exists.
Just one. Now we run through the whole law of sines situation and
solve it.
Solve it out.
And we are going to go ahead and solve it because this is a little bit different because of what we know. So
right.
sine of angle A,
Yep.
because we do have an ABC situation here. We don't know either of those two parts, equals, we don't know sine of B over 12, and then sine of 26 over 17. Normally we know two angles and we can solve for the other angle, but now we don't.
Right.
We have to start off with this right here and cross multiply and figure out what this angle B is. Because we don't know anything from this fraction,
nothing.
so we can't do anything with that fraction right now. So if I cross multiply here, 17 sine B equals 12 sine 26. And so we divide both sides by 17 to solve for sine B. Now we say, well, how do I get rid of the sine in front of B? I have to take the inverse sine of both sides, which is why sometimes we get two triangles, because inverse sining sometimes has more than one answer that can be true.
That's right.
But
So
we already figured out there was only one triangle.
Right.
So.
I'm going to punch this in real quick. So sine of 26 degrees.
And he's putting it all in at the same time. Like he's typing
inside the stuff.
Inverse sine, and then he made a fraction in here.
That's the best way to do it. It's the most accurate.
Yeah, because there's no rounding.
There's no rounding issues.
Or if you keep doing answer and then moving with your answer, that also helps.
I got point 3.
I feel like we want it to be in degrees.
I got degrees. Let me just change the settings on my old document here. 1 second while I sort this out. $18.025. That sounds a lot better.
B equals 18.025.
Yep. Then that's the length of your side B.
That's the angle B.
Oh, that's what I said.
Yeah, that's angle B. And so then we can figure out what A is, because now 180 minus what we just got.
Whoa, no way.
Minus
180 minus
26
that? That's
is
insane.
angle A.
$135.975.
Well, that's quite a large angle. So angle A is 135.975. Angle B is 18.025.
So there's, and we know C already.
Yeah, so we need to find little a. And so since now that we know what this is, we would basically plug it in there.
And solve it all out again.
Right, using a cross multiplication thing with this fraction. And let's use the one we know just in case somewhere we messed up.
Always use the one you know. Never use a decimally one. Always use the one you know. Because you can type it in exactly into your calculator and reduce rounding issues.
Right.
By reduce, I mean
like there will be smaller rounding issues. A times sine 26 equals 17 times sine of 135.975. And so you divide by the sine of 26 degrees on both sides. And A equals
26.95.
26.95.
And ask yourself, does that make sense?
1 or
951, 1 or 0, yeah. 26.95, 1 or 0. Does it make sense? I mean, one of the first things you have to understand about triangles is two sides have to add up to be greater than the third.
Right.
So
that's a very important thing, actually.
So if you're working this out and you get A to be 72, you have an issue because 12 plus 17 is not that.
Yeah, 12 plus 17 is 29, which is bigger than this, so this does look like it's true. Also, the biggest side is always across from the biggest angle, so since this angle was big, this side should be bigger in proportion to these.
So a couple of old triangle tricks from geometry
Right.
come in helpful here.
And there were some units on here, so technically this is miles, although,
Is that miles? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, we're miles.
I mean.
We were
it's whatever.
kilometers a minute ago, so that's what your ending units should have been, but
Right,
we didn't
but
have
we
a
didn't
triangle.
have a triangle, so no big deal.